let's see. Oh, shoot.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. And this opening kickoff will not even reach the landing zone. It hits short of the 20, so that's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And down he goes at
Yeah.
45 after a pick
Playing
up
a few.
9.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down. I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game than they practiced all week. When they failed on that third down play, that brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. Down the sideline he goes.
I'm screaming.
Kansas City.
Oh,
Isaiah Pacheco, 55.
how do you feel about Taylor Swift with Rex?
Here in Vegas.
Could care less.
What did they break up?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
D's.
In motion goes the tight end. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Again, it's Abdullah. And get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Here's 3rd and 10. throw. O'Connell. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrill. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was, or whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McCormick.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there, about to break a big one.
Now it's O'Connell. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because it's built for the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be started with it, but whatever it's going to take to get...
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. McCormick, and he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged, at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On the handoff, it's Laube. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Pass taken in. He's been taken in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. Boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's the quarterback, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now O'Connell. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. O'Connell from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Michael Mayer, 31 yards. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of the half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. And this return will come a quick in as he is belted at the end of that one. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get out after the half. Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. This one complete. It's Rasheed Rice.
Missed.
It will not go down. Through the middle of the field. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rasheed Rice, 82 yards. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Bo.
Oh, the turnover force continues. Here's another interception.
Very tired.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. And got his man complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
And this is how you answer a touchdown on the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
He finds his man complete. That's McCormick. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the shotgun, O'Connell. He finds his man complete. It's McCormick. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with third long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
They'll run with Laube. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close.
That's the first down.
No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A little jet sweep to start the drive.
Holding. Rest up flat.
Before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
But they're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Throwing on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver. Got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, it's a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And We've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Now he takes this into the end zone for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw here, O'Connell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. O'Connell looking to throw yet again. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing, O'Connell. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. He finds Mayer here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to lose yardage here.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead. And the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. To throw is Mahomes.
Oh, hold up in a pig.
Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Well, that a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught.
Bell out.
And the Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first downs. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And you have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a long time.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 24. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll look to throw. And be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merrill. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover. And it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ballgame is now officially over. This one came
Oh, they give me a shitty animation.
that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Finally got to tighten up on them bad throws. I'll have Geno next year, so I can't worry too much. Kitty.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. Here's Austin Seibert to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. And the kicking team right there, stopped in the floor. He can get to the 15-yard line. to the line for first down and 10. Right to the air is O'Connell. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Marshall is on the move. On play action, O'Connell. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Vegas.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Blaze, you gotta hold that block, bro.
Brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. He'll bring up fourth down.
What you love about these running backs, Mike, is that their confidence is that they can make every play a big play. But in this case, sometimes you have to know, all right, it's over. Cut my losses, try to get back to the original line of scrimmage and survive to the next down, but tries to make this play extended.
Not be getting tackled by no fucking D lineman with 96 speed.
On that one, he'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe took their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. He'll send the tight end in motion. On 4th down, O'Connell. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. They convert with a gain of 15. Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go. O'Connell with a throw on 1st and 10. Go right back to Bowers.
Big play man on Bowers, bro.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. O'Connell to throw. That's caught.
Didn't play a man blitz defense when I got Bowers.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front, the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion, that's the tight end there. On 2nd down, a run. How about a reverse instead?
Guard needs to tighten up, man. You can't be letting people walk through.
Try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss.
This one into the hands of Marshall. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that,
Stop blitzing, bro.
long drive would be a
You gonna pick it up?
That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down. They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as we
You gonna keep doing that, bro. We're gonna eat all the clock.
here in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Thou shalt not run commit.
He completes it to Marshall. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Harris, Marshall. Touchdown, Raiders. Two-point attempt, forthcoming. O'Connell getting the offense set. In motion is Myers. And that is incomplete. Aggressive play here to score that opening drive, but they don't get the 2, and it remains 6-0. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Here's first and 10.
Back for 60. 65 jack. 65 jack. Ready.
Daniels starts with a pass.
Thank you.
Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone. In motion, that's the tight end there. He's going nowhere. They'll lose yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
You playing man blitz, dummy.
He will score. Trey Tucker. Touchdown,
Learn
Las
eight.
Vegas. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take
Got.
advantage of it. 1 second you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Monk.
They're trying to pin him deep. He'll take this from the 3.
Eagle. 60 Eagle. Here we go. Strike. 79 Broncos.
Now Daniels throwing on first and 10. Now,
Pin it over. You're throwing on pin.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. They have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime moves. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a
70
win.
Ranger. 70 Ranger.
throwing on second down. Daniel. He'll get that to Zacchaeus.
That's down.
And he'll be stopped short of first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. It points to his receiver who the defender was.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off.
Easy money. There we go. We back. He pulled the plug.
He left. He got sick and tired of throwing interceptions.
We welcome you to Patriot Place and a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Massachusetts.
When they started with that,
For what?
kickers way back because it's
Kick things off. And off we go.
Memphis was like that.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball.
I've never seen an NFL game where it's like they kick it to 20 yards back. The rest of it.
A 30-yard line. They'll come up here. First and 10. Let's go. In motion, that's the tight end there. A handoff here to start the drive. But this will end up being in reverse. And he's going to be
I'm getting caught, EA. Come on now.
Push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. The throw here is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And good blocking up front. Paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's second and 2. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On the ground, here's Samir White. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Second down and 4. From the pistol, it's O'Connell. Toward the middle of the field. That time, but incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Third down, they'll go with the counter to try and pick it up. First down and more inside the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Vegas. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Like, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
That's out quickly and complete. And he will take it in and tack on the 2 points to make it 8-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Cowboy 80. Hawks 70. Hawks 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. You wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first and 10 is May. He's got his man. He's on Boutte. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, there's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. And you allow him to operate in the...
Here we go. Strike. Buffalo 18.
May to throw on second down.
Get the fuck out of here.
Andre Stevenson out of the backfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Here's May again. That'll be complete to Gibson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run, just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Off the play fake, here's May. To the goal line and in. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it. And the Pats are back within a point. It's 8-7. touchdown. Here's Sly to kick it away. DJ Turner now to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion, that's the tight end there. Not much there, maybe a yard.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going in the short game.
Ready? 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We're back to Foxborough after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion, that's the tight end there. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, like, was there a pre-snap tell? They know that play was coming, because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now O'Connell. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you, so big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
What a luxury. There's certain teams where they have a guy like this. I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
O'Connell to throw on 1st down. Thrown left side, the catch is made. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down. They'll give on the ground. And strong running indeed. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry. 2nd and a yard. In motion is Myers. Look wide. Get this one complete. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal. And he will look down here, but there's a marker on the field. And the defense may have gotten a good start on that one.
Ready, break.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw is Ritter. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Raiders. So this is going to be the final play of the half. No time left on the clock. They'll try to add 2 more to this lead before halftime. And he gets into the end zone. A perfect finish to this half. They get the touchdown on the final play and top it off with a 2-point conversion. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Raiders are out in front.
Played in that half.
Down to Florida. Orlando,
Two possession game.
for the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, it went past the 20.
As the second half gets underway. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Open man to Mario Douglas. They're going to work this down inside the 45. First and 10.
75.
Out of the gun, here's May. He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
60 Maverick.
Here's May to throw it on first down.
Oh, holding a pick.
His on that one, it was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Trap 60, trap 60. Head to 60, head to 60. 18, Pioneer.
Throwing on third down is May.
No.
Find his tight end, that's Henry. Remember, he had a touchdown on the opening.
Why tell me the game don't cheat?
He gets a first down with that catch.
Third downs, Mike,
Like if
those are
Stevie Wonder reads and getting lucky.
the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Panther 11, go.
Made to the air once more. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just down inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, New England. The offense staying put. They will go for 2. Working out of the gun. It's May.
I knew we were going to come back to it.
Intercepted. Picked off by Victorian Bennett. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away.
Thanks for putting it on the 30 for free.
Through the end zone.
You got to do shit.
Set to go now on first and 10. A tight end in motion now. Drive begins with a run by White. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a run going left.
Thanks for moving you guys pre-snap. Appreciate it.
Shy of midfield.
Do it again for me.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with his back in the first half. And
Thank you.
he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here's O'Connell. This one.
Keep moving you guys pre-snap, bro. That ain't an adjustment.
Down the left sideline.
Should leave your defense exposed when you do that shit.
Harris Marshall. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way.
I want that guy to get some more juice this summer, bro. God damn, you gotta be able to trust him.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Loose inside the 30. And he will score. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Patriots. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Slides extra point, up and good. And the Patriots will cut it to a 2-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away.
Hey, put it on the 30 again. Thank you.
Let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On play action, O'Connell. Look at that. Slicked it across his body and connected.
Ready up.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Back. Yellow.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse.
Hey, Tucker, bro, you got all that speed. You shouldn't be getting caught in the backfield.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he'll be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets broken out short of sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision.
And he's going to have a Raiders 1st down. Well, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. They'll send a tight end in motion. On 1st down, it's White. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Ready up. Let's go. Let's make 19.
From the pistol, it's O'Connell. He completes it to Marshall. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Bring an eye back on EA Sports after this. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. A gain there of 11. Good for a Raider first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
On first down, right back to White. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. And now we get a timeout by the defense. Clock stops with a minute 50 left in the game. Here's second and 9. They'll drop to throw. Inside the 20-yard line.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. I would imagine it's victory formation. We're a couple of meals away from this game being over.
Not much happening there. Just a short game.
Support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going.
Thanks for playing, man. Aiden O'Connell, 90.9% completion. Love it. Just got to get that run game going. Care less about all this Franco shit. Oh! Circulate the air.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA.
What we got? Atlanta. Yeah.
22 in, ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are
warmed up now.
And no alley to be found.
Behind 20, man. That's Patel one.
He's dropped at the 18. the first time with Bijan Robinson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A play fake. Now Penix. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They are going for it. Penix. And it's incomplete.
Try my user, bro.
And they turn it over.
What's wrong
A
with
surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. On first down, McCormick. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL
Yeah,
game,
he just
but the key
whatever.
to rushing
Point.
defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Third down and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McCormick, and he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on third and 1. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, give us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 and the 9-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Ball at the 9 on second and 8. Here's Tucker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Trey Tucker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. O'Connell's throwing for it.
You got pissed off.
They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. To the air, Penix. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works him past the 50. 10 yards there, a first down for the Falcons.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And looking to throw, Penix. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 29 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from capturing the lead. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth there.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Anybody around here have a drum set?
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit, but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they go They'll play action here with O'Connell. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. People were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Penix.
Try my user again, bitch.
Intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Here's O'Connell.
Try my user again, bitch.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On the handoff, it's Loudon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Again, it's Loudon. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means he'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll throw with Penix.
What did I tell you about trying my user, dude? What did I tell you about trying my user? Stop throwing to my user.
Will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react and see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. David Onyemata there on the tackle. Atlanta, Georgia's the spot. And glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McCormick, and he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing, O'Connell. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him on the field with a 3 and out.
O'Connell here on 4th down. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw Penix. Throw left side. There's Logan. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
In motion, the tight end. They'll try and throw with Penix.
Just throw it right to my user again. Even this dude did not respect my user. 3 points.
It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. Return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with 1st and 10. Back to throw, O'Connell.
Man, he got
Interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Up the middle they go. It's McCormick. And it's scratched out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 3rd and 9. And now they'll shift things around. Now it's O'Connell. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McCormick, and a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A carry here from Laube. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Up the middle they go. It's McCormick. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. They'll roll him out right. And off balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think Derry had to come up with his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get into a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. They run the counter. McCormick. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's McCormick. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DJ Turner punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be
BNT.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Penix. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. Penix to the air once more. And that is incomplete.
Nah.
He couldn't hold on
See,
to the contact. Brings up
not
second
really
down.
interested in it.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Forcing it to him, bro. Come on, get good, dude.
Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. That's out wide from Robinson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. On a bootleg, it's Penix.
Shit out of here.
It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little
The
time.
spam and Trey White flex like he knows what he's doing. Come on, bro.
Football back.
Bro got no speed.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, that was a touchdown.
Get there. The Falcons
Get it back.
down he goes.
Another thing.
Throwing on 2nd and long. O'Connell. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in.
Stop leaving Bowers one-on-one in man coverage, especially with a safety.
Before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Now O'Connell. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
Get my little warm up there, man.
And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball
Ain't played
is
in
now officially over.
3 months. 2 months.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
I'll have Geno next year, fellas. I won't have to feel like I'm forcing passes as much.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
For life.
And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium.
Ever try to lay on the ground, bro? I'm gonna pop you silly.
Carr going to throw right away. There's Chris Olave. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards that time. From the gun, it's Carr.
Undercut. Man, come on. That would have been a pick.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. Second down and 4. To throw is Carr.
Man, come on, Carr.
Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now Carr.
That's more like Carr, I know, right there.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
That's more like Carr, I know, right there.
Back at the 15-yard line. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a third and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are on the board first here in Vegas. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll keep it on the ground. McCormick. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a give right side. It's McCormick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Credit Brian Brazee in there to greet him and drop him for a loss. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And O'Connell now to throw. Short throw.
If by the blitz, die by the blitz.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 20.
Open that playbook up.
And give him a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half.
It's about playing football, bro.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's O'Connell.
If by the blitz, you die by the blitz. I got Brock Bowers, bitch.
And down he goes, taking it inside
Okay, cool. They got Brock Bowers, bitch. Can't play man on him.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is in. Touchdown.
Live by the blitz, die by the blitz.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. They're going to keep it on the ground. And this play is not going to work.
Shitty animation. Sorry. We can ball ahead.
7-6 ball game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds on the
There, he behind the 20, fellas. Did what we had to do.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had
That's the car I know.
They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by when they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression?
That's the car I know.
Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again. And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Shotgun now for Carr.
That's the car I know.
This is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. Well, how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down.
That's the car I know.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
One-on-one Bowers, let go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. To throw here, O'Connell.
Oh, you stop leaving him one-on-one, bro.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Not play man on Brock Bowers.
From 8 yards out, and the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Oh, you stop playing man. Stop playing man. You're going to find out the hard way.
The lead moves up to 7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Free shot. We'll take it. That man ain't got enough meat back there, bro. He ain't big enough to be returning kicks. So get him out of there.
We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
Go Bauer, one-on-one.
This time, they turned it over.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Let's get him.
They'll run on first down. McCormick, and he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. And this is going to be intercepted.
Stop him right there. We're good, we're good, we're good.
And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man.
We are going to disappoint me.
Through the middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Everybody get lucky.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. A point after, good by grouping. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. A final shot before break. O'Connell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. A final shot before break. O'Connell. And his throw here's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's McCormick, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. First carry of the game for Zubin White, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Off the play fake, O'Connell. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Up the middle they go. McCormick, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Hit by the blitz. Tied by the blitz.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Hit by the blitz. Tied by the blitz. All sides.
And he is going to get in for the 2. Although there is a flag on the field, but it looked like a defender jumped.
I'm going to use that shit against you. Keep coming out, man.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going
Free shot. We'll take it.
The run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Got him. Mission too deep, my guy.
And the return will stop right around the 25. Second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get in. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try to keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On third down, McCormick, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Back now.
Yeah, dude, eat some fly.
Back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Carr.
Yeah, that's the car I know right there.
Christian Wilkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. And I would think that they would get called for holding every play. Maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back a minute.
And that's caught inside the
Get him.
30. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Carr.
Double coverage. Hold up, hey.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Carr now to throw.
That's the car we know.
And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. This crowd turning up to decimal level. It's 3rd and long. Jet sweep. Carr backs it forward.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Boy, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think
Take a 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here it is, 4th and inches. They run, it's Kamara. And he's able to pick up
And tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
right at the 10. Now Carr. This is caught.
Got 8 extra minute off the clock for me. Appreciate it.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara from 10 yards out. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They'll turn to
But that's the car we know.
But I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
with it moved up from the 3 to the
Baited him with Tucker. Baited him with Tucker.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Live by the blitz, die by the blitz. Live by the blitz, you die by the blitz, dummy. Thank you. Told you to stop doing it. Yeah, blitzing like a retard. It's just easy to beat.
I don't know if you can listen. You know,
Told him to stop doing it. He don't be ignorant. He don't listen.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Free shot, free shot. Free shots. Let's go.
The well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. As he'll be backed up to start this drive. This is 1st and 10. Carr. He's going to let it fly.
Give me that.
That should do it.
That car. Oh, he leaving. Look, I beat this man without even throwing the ball much. Oh, you gotta do one car, bro. Just blitz his ass. He ain't gonna be in the game next year. He retired. It's not like he brought any value to the game anyway. He fucking sucks. I don't know why the dude was using him. Why, like, I ain't even miss a beat, bro. I ain't played in months. I ain't miss a beat. Just kind of getting warmed up. Like, what, 2 months away from Madden 26? 3 months, maybe, 2.5. Dial in. I had Genty. I had did his run game. And I'm gonna have what's his name, Mostert, Genty, Mostert, Samir White, bro. Everybody back there gonna be fast. Might have McCormick. I don't know. He might make the 4th running back. He use him situationally. Oh, I'm not.
still got their running back.
And then we're gonna have that receiver from Tennessee, bro. I'm gonna have 2 speed receivers that I can line up on the outside like I want to do.
I always think
Still threaten you deep.
Ball is
teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off and running in Las Vegas.
I have people kick a 30-yard line for free, and I'm gonna wear your defense out. So, come on, run. Look. Oh, you're not tackling me.
This will be a touchback, so we're gonna need our first.
Yeah, that was dumb, bro. Never kick it to the back of the end zone.
The first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. running back. He breaks the tackle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Now first run of the game is Amir White. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A gain of a lone yard for Brock. That's all they needed. First down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
O'Connell working from the pistol. Complete here to Bowers. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Holcomb there on the stop.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Put him on skates! Put him on skates! Love it. Look at that beautiful throw.
Wow.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation.
To get worried about.
Nice. Can't wait to play with the Raiders next year.
Y'all know y'all gonna tune in to me first before y'all do anything. Y'all trying to see what Shadow doing. How Shadow's setting up.
Hey, Mark, you see how they do it next year.
Over here. I got Trips tight end. Sir.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body parts. You gotta be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 23. Into the hands of Jefferson.
Come on, Ben. Drop the block.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Yeah, right there. That's what you want to see on your opening drive. Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive.
And the big play drives them backward. Second down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. You took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a set of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Too predictable, bro.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing into addition before he was ready.
Come on, Benny. Bro, conceded, bro. What the fuck? Match up, bro. You're not getting one play touchdowns. I'm like, damn, I ain't expecting him to get mad that he got tackled. What the fuck? YouTube. I stream on YouTube and Twitch.